The process through which we get our food has changed dramatically over the last 50 years. This encompassed all areas of the food system, from the farmers to the consumers. The global marketplace and modern monocultural farming, largely driven by government subsidies, has changed the market and the end product of food. America is supposed to be the beacon of capitalism, where the market is free and consumer choice is a pure expression of our values. However, subsidies that were originally designed to protect Americans have artificially shifted the supply curve and limited this essential American freedom of consumer choice. There is a demand for local organic food. Americans want produce that tastes the best and is the most nutritious. Yet at your local supermarket, you will not find it. A long history of agribusiness and subsidies have gradually corrupted our markets, and promoting a change in this system may at times seem overwhelming.
We got to break it down in little steps, little pieces, that you can do something, I can do something, because what we have is the cumulative effect of many incorrect actions and decisions, and it's going to be solved not by some big heroic single thing, but by a lot of individual customized reverse actions that are, positive.
The local food shed is the area around Albuquerque where we get our food. Now actually about 98% of our food is coming from the global food shed. So a lot of what we're trying to do is to make that smaller so we can benefit our local farmers, we can have more of a say in what kind of food we get to eat, and we're also trying to protect farmland from development.
A response is occurring, and new people like Angelina Lopez are becoming involved in farming.
You're a young lady, maybe a lot of people, when you think of you as the typical farmer, how did you get started in all this?
My family on both sides has farmed for a long time, but I was never really taught those skills. I grew up in the city, so I've been sort of exposed to it. And then when I went to college, I learned about kind of how local food really benefits our health and our local communities. I work for a nonprofit called La Placita Institute, and their motto is La Cultura Cura, which means culture heals, and they work with gang-involved youth.
I'm just saying you have those politicians out here all the fucking time.
My name is Richard Brandt. I run Dragon Farm at South Valley Academy Charter High School.
Richard Brandt, an unlikely-looking farmer, is hoping to teach a new generation about local food and farming while providing valuable life lessons. He runs the Dragon Farm in Albuquerque's South Valley, a typically low-income area with a long history of farming in the city.
Started gardening when I was, a little kid. South Valley, it was once one of the richest agricultural communities in the Rio Grande Valley. And what's happened, and I've seen this diminish over the years since I was a kid, is a lot of the prime farmland in the South Valley is being eaten up by urban sprawl and development. Most of the food that we eat travels on the average 1,500 miles before it gets to the table. Our farm to the market is probably about 7 miles. The thing that's different about Dragon Farm as opposed to other organic farms, and we're not certified organic, but we practice organic techniques. We use no pesticides or herbicides. And so I see it as an educational program, not only for the students at South Valley Academy, but as well as the community. Dragon Farm resides on the campus at South Valley Academy. My goal is to work with young leaders like Miguel so that by the time that they finish the program, they have the technology and the skills to set up a garden in their backyard. Not only will they be out there farming, but there's also a marketing aspect. We sell at the Downtown Growers Market and the Nob Hill Growers Market.
It's an important skill to know, to grow your own food.
Less than 5% of the food consumed in any locale is grown in that locale. So it's not like there's no food being produced. The food's being produced, but it's being exported all over. The first thing we need to do is to reduce this heavy-handed criminalization of local food systems. And then what would happen is that we would see entrepreneurial embryonic startups.
The dangers of our industrial food system are becoming increasingly visible. Whether it's improving national security by ending dependence on foreign oil, or fighting the obesity epidemic and lowering healthcare costs, perhaps the best way to move forward is to take a step back and embrace the traditional local food systems like the South Valley.
Él es hijo de burqué que no soy hijo de burqué hasta día muerto algunos se rollan vacío comen chile